Hi guys, welcome back to episode 18.
Wow.
Wow. With M&G.
That's a long time. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of people watching, but I'm proud of us for actually sticking to this.
I agree. Every week.
Every single week we come through with the podcast episodes.
I'm slightly concerned that if we watch the final of Love Island on Sunday, we're going to be like, so, what do you want to talk about?
We're going to have nothing else to talk about.
Although I say that, I haven't actually caught up this week.
Have you not? Oh, it's been good. It's been juicy.
Yeah.
I was talking to my client about it today, and she's like one of my only clients that has actually been watching it. So we had like a full catch up about it. Yeah, so good.
So many people haven't watched it this year.
I know, but then I feel like when you talk to people, it's like, yeah, me and my friends are watching it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think we're the only two out of like our group that's watching it.
That's been watching it. Even like family and everything. Fine. I'm like, who can I talk to about?
Yeah.
I haven't caught up like on, I think since Sunday, but then I feel like I kind of was over it a bit because I just, whenever they did the like grafties or whatever it is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then it was basically saying like tomorrow night it was just back to the Joey show, and it was literally like about him and Jessie, and they had an argument about, and I just thought, I'm not watching it for him anymore, like he's boring me.
I can't lie, I had it on in the background last night whilst I was like on my phone doing emails and stuff, but nothing juicy like that juicy has happened, and I feel like it gets to this point every time. When it gets to the end, I've watched every single episode up to this point, and now that they're all in love and not making drama, like I don't care. I don't want to watch it. Yeah,
I feel like this year has been, it's not been plain sailing, but like a few things I've been like, okay, you could have like broken up once or given us something, like
yeah, literally, like give me some drama, because that's what I'm here to watch. Which,
to be fair, that is what Joey's in there for, but he's just a liar. Like, he's so bizarre. The way he behaves, I'm like, you're actually a bit weird.
Yeah. Do you know who went?
Yes, because I saw Emma saying that she was proud of Grace.
Oh, okay, fair. Yeah, so Grace and Ruben have gone, and I'll be sad not to watch Grace.
Yeah.
I think it's an unpopular opinion, but I really like her.
Really? I feel like surely she's grown on people, because I feel like she really came out of her shit. Like the real her was coming out towards the end.
Yeah.
And she was just like an unbothered girly, like running around, like whatever. Like, I loved her.
I feel like you can tell who's being like legit when their parents come in, because you can't be like a different person around your parents, can you? Like that's impossible. So I think like that episode was like, that was quite good actually, and every year it just gets me, like it pulls on my heartstrings. I'm like, imagine how like happy you'd be to like see your mum and dad for the first time in like weeks. Yeah.
I always find it funny, like when they do like the end bit and they're saying their little speeches and stuff, like I literally will shed a tear, and Brad's like, are you actually okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I've known these people for 8 weeks, they have no idea I exist, but I'm so happy for them. Like,
that is so funny. I was sat on the sofa the other day. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm on my period, to be fair, so I think that's probably the problem. But I was on the sofa the other day watching TikToks, and I literally had a tear, and it was this woman, and I don't know what she did, but her TikTok was basically her business, and she had like a workshop, and she basically said that when her and her husband first got together, they did long distance, so they lived in different states, like in America. And the first week they got together, he bought a dog, and she said that she was so annoyed that he'd bought this dog. She was like, it's a massive inconvenience. Her housemate at the time, I think, had a cat, so like she's like, I'm always gonna have to like come to your house to like see you. And then she goes through like all this stuff. She's like, my dog has like been with me like through seeing my first child, and like whenever my husband likes sleeping with the window open, so I get really cold in the night, so like I always let him out of his crate into my bed, and he like snuggles up in my legs. And she's like, he's seen like her first business like through houses and all this stuff, and then she said, and like that he's now passed away. And she was like, he's happy because he's under a tree in the garden, like with his favourite blanket. She said, but I've got cold legs when I sleep. And that,
no.
It got me. I was like, I can't.
They're the worst things to see when, you know, when you just wake up and you think, I'll just check my phone, and you're crying at 7 AM.
Literally. It was so sad. I was like, it was just like really emotional, because she'd done like this whole story, and then was like, he's okay, he's happy, he's sleeping like with his favourite blanket. He was like, she was like, but my legs are cold. And I was like,
there's so many like that. Like I literally sometimes I have to really quickly like it, and I can't watch it. So if I'm not in the right mindset, I'm literally like, I'll give you a like and I love you, but like I can't watch it.
Thank you for telling me that really sad story you've ruined my day. I think especially like when you can relate to it, like we can both relate to it, we've both lost like family dogs. Like it is the worst thing in the world. But also the best thing in the world. Like you get so many years of like happiness from them. Yeah. It's not easy.
I was speaking to someone at an event recently and I think she had a Cocker Spaniel or something. And she had recently lost her Spaniel, and I was like, you literally, until someone's gone through it, you literally can't like explain it. You will never know until you've actually gone through it. It's crazy. I've never actually experienced like physical pain.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my clients about it today, and she said like she's had all this bad stuff going on. It's been like one thing after another. And she was like, and now tomorrow my childhood pet, like dog, is getting put down. And I was like, can someone give you a break? And she was like, I actually feel more sad about her dog getting put down than she did like her granddad passing away, for example. Like not sad in like not in like a heartless way, but in a sense of like you're with that dog like 90% of the time. And I get it.
I think it's so like, for people that don't have pets or like aren't obsessed with dogs as we are, or cats or whatever, like if you're just not an animal person, I completely get that you probably think people are actually insane when they say it's literally on par with like losing loved ones, but it's true. It's
like something you love so much and then you like it's gone.
Crazy
sometimes. Anyway, we started the podcast off on a really bad note.
We've gone from Love Island to like deceased animals. Like, we alright?
Have you got anything happy to talk about, Emily?
I have something that's annoying me this week. I haven't actually told you about this yet. So basically, me and Brad like at my parents the other night, like 2 nights ago, and we were having dinner, and our Ring doorbell goes off, and we've got it set like so you have to be pretty freaking close to the door for it to actually like acknowledge that you're there. So I thought, this is random. It like went off about 3 times. You know when you're like mid conversation, so you don't want to check your phone, but then you're like, this is actually really weird. Yeah, literally. Like your dogs still go mad even though you don't have a Ring doorbell.
Yeah, they do. From the last house.
Yeah, so it went off like a couple too many times, and I looked at the door and I was like, earlier on in the week, you can probably hear them now in the back of my camera, there's kids all like playing out in the streets, fine, some holidays don't have an issue with it. But then I was like, oh, I wonder if it's the kids. So I opened my phone, who's sat in like a ring playing, might as well have been playing Duck Duck Goose on my lawn, my front garden, kicking their balls at my cars. Move! Get off my front lawn. Like, honestly, that's their garden now. It doesn't even belong to me. It's every day now. And tell me why I'm afraid of 7 and 6-year-olds with the football. I don't want to say anything to them. I'm not getting involved. But it's so annoying. And like, I don't want to be that person, but I'm like, get off my grass.
Like if they ever were like, oh, can we play out the side here? You'd be like, yeah, go ahead. But like, you're actually really annoyed about it.
Yeah. Like, because you've not asked and you keep kicking your ball really freaking close to my little Fiat 500. That gets a dent in it.
Not okay.
Coming for you.
The other morning, I think it was on Saturday, and this is not like me at all. Like, I'm very much like, I don't let things bother me. I just sort of get on with it. I'll have a little moment and then I'll get over it. But I feel like the inner Matt came out of me this Saturday morning. So we've got like on our road, we've got an electric gate that will like open, and I always reverse out because I'll just like pull in. I'm not a very good reverser, so I always pull in, reverse out.
Luckily,
well, this Saturday morning, yeah, got lots of sensors. If I crash that car, it's a user error, not the car. That morning, there was a car parked here, a gate that opens here, a car parked here, and a car parked over the other side of the road. Well, how am I meant to get out of my driveway? I held my horn down for so long so that everyone on the street at 8:30 woke up, because I thought, I'm not having it. I'm really, really annoyed.
Well, what was your aim when you...
I don't know, I was just annoyed. Honestly, in rage, I was like holding it down for so long. Anyway, eventually managed to get out of my driveway. It wasn't actually that bad, but Matt then called me and he was like, did you just like honk your horn? And I was like, yes, I did. Anyway, so I got home from work and he said that he'd put a note on the cars being like, can you not park here because my wife can't get out of the driveway.
And it's definitely nothing to do with her ability to reverse. It's your fault.
And I thought to myself, like, me like 4 years ago, if I knew Matt had done that, I would be mortified. The 27-year-old me is thinking, good for you.
Yeah, brilliant.
Good for you. The thing is as well, like there's parking down the end of the road. Like you don't need to park there. Everyone's got multiple driveway space. Like you don't need to physically park there. But I think we live quite close to where they do park runs, so I think it was probably people.
Oh really?
Doing park run on a Saturday morning. Yeah.
Sneaky. They shouldn't be parking on your road.
No, they should not, and they got beef. Well, it's probably none of my neighbours, and I've just woken them all up on a Saturday morning.
It's really made me laugh thinking of you doing that, because you know when like you see something, like you're watching a situation and you see someone do something stupid because they're like so angry, and then you think, we've actually not really got anything from that. Like,
I didn't achieve anything.
Yawn.
I think I held it down for a good like 20 seconds.
And then you've just had to let go of it and just go about like continue reversing.
And then just continue like reversing out of my driveway.
Oh, anyways, yeah. That's so funny.
I feel like the older I'm getting, the more annoyed I get about things that are really like not that like deep.
Yeah, but they are, like, if things like that are an inconvenience to your day, like move, it is annoying.
It happened like a couple of times like in the week as well. I was like, oh, I'm annoyed. I need to get to work. But yeah, that was funny.
Okay, we've gone from sadness to rage. What next?
We've got anything that's happy.
I'm trying to think. Oh, yesterday I went to see Bluey at the theatre with Zoe and the kids. It was so funny, honestly.
Was it good?
It was good. It was one of them, like, you could tell when, because obviously in the theatre usually it's silent, and if you had like a kid there you'd be like no shush, but all the kids at the exact same time would get annoyed because they were like on stage doing this stuff. It was really well done, to be fair, but when they were like talking for like literally 10 seconds too long, all the kids were annoyed straight away, and then if someone would come on, they'd all be like, oh my god, it was so good. But that was a happy moment. That was really funny.
That is good. We love that. It's nice that they do stuff like that, isn't it, for kids?
Yeah. It was only 50 minutes long as well. Zell turned to me at one point, she's like, we've only got 10 minutes left, because like Nyla would go, then Pia would go, then Nyla would go. It was so cute, because Pia was like, she would like, they were absolutely fine. They were good as gold compared to some kids in there. Pia just couldn't understand why she couldn't just go and see them. Do you know what I mean? Like she kept wanting to like just go out. She was like, well, just like let me out and I'll go and see them. Like Bluey's right there. Yeah, it was so funny. And we were like, how do you explain this?
Being the summer holidays, the traffic has reduced.
Yeah,
like,
no one's here.
I get everywhere so fast.
I know.
It's wild.
On the train the other day, I was like, oh, I've got to get the rush hour train. Tell me I was one of 5.
What rush hour? Imagine having 6 weeks off of life. Oh, it'd be so good.
Brad's mum used to work in a school, and she would get the 6 weeks off, and she'd be like, should we do something? And I'm like, oh, I'm actually quite busy.
Yeah.
You've got 6 weeks off.
Yeah. That's funny.
I would love that.
I'd do anything to have 6 weeks off. The thing is though, we'd fill it with busy shit, like,
yeah,
it still wouldn't be like a 6 weeks off work.
No, you'd do everything that you don't have time for in the week that you are at work.
Yeah, or I'd get clients message me, be like, I need a haircut. I'd be like, cool, okay, I'm free. I might as well just do it. Yeah.
What's been your happy moment of the week?
What's my happy moment of the week? Okay, not extremely happy, but funny. Okay. Probably not actually as funny as I think it is. It's also quite mean for me as well, but we were at mum's on Sunday and she cooked us a roast dinner because I forced her into a roast dinner, because once you've been on holiday, all you need is a good mum baked roast potatoes. That's all you need. So it has, and the kids were there, my niece and nephew, and Florence, I hadn't seen her in ages, and she was really excited to see me, which was lovely because she normally just cares about Matt. And I said to her, I was like, oh, I love you, Florence. And she turned around and she was like, I love you too, Matty, and looked at him, and I was like, are you joking?
No worries, just humbled by a 2-year-old.
Like, why are kids so like opinionated and like they just don't care, do they? Yeah. But my happy moment was watching her fly a kite over a field, because she was like buzzing about it. Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
I don't know where she got it from, but she kept asking mum for a kite, and mum was like, how do you even know what a kite is?
Yeah, I've never even thought that like you'd fly a kite for the first time. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then mum got her this kite, and she was just like so happy with it that it was up in the air. She kept getting annoyed when it came down, and she didn't quite understand why it wouldn't just like stay up.
Things make them so happy, things make them so sad, but also like they don't understand things yet, and you just can't explain these things.
They can't quite navigate why things don't work in their way.
No. It's funny. It's so funny to like just try and like get it in their brains, but they're like, I just want it to work.
Yeah, make it work.
They definitely have their favourites, because I literally like, if 100%. I pop over to Zell's, I'll open the door, Pia will answer the door, and she'll be like, hi, and then she'll literally like step to the side and look around me and be like, where's Brad? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm here. Like, he's at work. Don't worry about him. I'm here.
It's funny, isn't it?
It's funny that they prefer the boys.
Yeah. Florence's favourite person in the family is Matt, and Ezra's favourite person in the family is Dad. He's obsessed with my dad, yeah.
You've got a good face for a while, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Ezra liked me for a while. Not that he doesn't like me, but he's just obsessed with Dad. He like puts his arms up to him. I'm like, oh, so cute. Oh my god, I'll tell you one thing I'm obsessed with. I don't know if I mentioned this last time actually, but my algorithm on TikTok is jelly cats, and I think I clicked on one person's video and she was going through. Oh really? Going through her jelly cat collection, and there's a vending machine, like not a vending machine, what is the grab machines?
Yeah, claw machine.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know where it is, we've not got one local, and they're jelly cats, and it's like £1 to go, and these people are winning like so many jelly cats for £1.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I really want to go. Yeah, so do I. Should we find out where it is and go?
Yeah, too right. I'll spend my whole day there, because if it's £1 to go, you've probably, I mean, those little tiny marshmallows I bought, they're like 25 quid.
Yeah, they are a rip-off, aren't they?
But cute though. Can't say
cute though, yeah. But yeah, I'm in a jelly cat hole and I can't get out of it, and people on their TikTok have done it as like a playlist. So it's like the new ones, like they get like jelly cat holes, yeah. Have you seen the new one in London? Where it's fish and chips?
Yeah, because I got invited to it and we were going to go, and then Brad needed the car so we couldn't go, and I was literally gutted. I was like, my TikTok's actually rubbing in my face, because they do the whole, do you want your fish or your chips first? And I'm like, that could be me. I could be sat there putting fake salt and vinegar on my fish and chips.
I love the little mushy peas, they're really cute.
Yeah, they're all fluffy. Everyone's going crazy about the peach at the minute, aren't they?
Yeah, there's this one girl who keeps going to like, I think it's like Lakeside or somewhere, she keeps going to the Selfridges in there trying to find it, but she can't find it.
I don't know why I've only just like started to be like really freaked out by this, because it's been a thing for ages, but I fully do not understand how the algorithm works, because you know when you're just sat like scrolling through and like for the first time in ages an Adele video popped up and I liked it, and then like the next video was then Adele, and then the next one was like
that. Like, how quick does it work?
So f***ing quick. Like,
I always
so
think
quick.
that like, are the next videos just there, or do they like work? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it constantly changes.
Ew, there's a fly in my house.
Is it big?
Ew.
You saw it. That's huge.
That freaks me out from when we had that dead bird in our wood banner. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
It was so bad.
Loads of little flies in my house.
Yeah, I'll tell the story. So we had, when our wood banner was very first fitted, there was a bird that had deceased in said wood banner, and we weren't aware of deceased bird in wood banner. Went on holiday, came home, and there was a few flies in the house, and I thought maybe I've just forgot to empty the bin, or I don't know, like I don't know where these flies had come from, but it was in our front room, and we never really used that room because at the time like we had our living room like in the kitchen. Well, one day I opened the living room door, and I kid you not, there was probably about 200 flies everywhere, and it freaked me out. I didn't know what to do. I literally screamed, and I was like, I'm moving out. I was like, that is disgusting. Yeah. And Matt was like, it's fine, like we'll just get like a fumigator thing like in there, like we'll kill them all sort of thing. But I just felt dirty. I was like, how have I let that happen? Like obviously like, it wasn't me, but oh, so bad. There was like a tiny little gap in the wood burner, and they all just like got through it.
Oh, I had that once in our old house. I remember going up to the bedroom once because we always get on such adult subjects, like why do we know this? But when the weather gets warmer or colder outside, they all come in, and like, they'll find anywhere to come in. I literally was like, la la la, like walked into the bedroom, and I was like, what? I felt like I was in a bush took a trial. They were everywhere. I had it.
Disgusting.
Did I tell about the ants in the car?
No.
We're back.
Sorry, we're back. I had a slight issue with my memory card.
It's not a podcast episode if there's no technical.
Not an error. Yeah. The ants.
The ants. We dug up the whole driveway and obviously shingled it, like renovated the whole driveway, and clearly disturbed some kind of ant's nest, because one day...
Are we talking small ants or flying ants?
Small.
Okay.
Just like ants.
Ants, you know, your generic...
Just like, oh, an ant, one of them. Not like, oh my god, what the hell is that? So I went and picked Brad up from the station, and I genuinely thought I was like having some kind of stroke, because all the lights in the car were going funny, and I was like, what's going on? Anyway, I stare at the dashboard and I can see a shadow running across, like, you know, in Mercedes cars have like LED strips everywhere, so I can see something, like something running this way and something running this way, like on this LED strip, and I'm thinking, you've got to be freaking kidding me. But because like it made the lights like flicker because of their shadows, I was like, what's going on in my head? Anyway, then I like look down to the door card and there's an ant, and I squish it, and then when you kill an ant, the rest of them somehow know, and they all come and find their mate that you've just killed. Oh my god, I sat there and I called Brad and I was like, there's ants in our car. Like, ants in our car, like that's rank. And then for literally a couple of weeks after, we would get home, spray the whole car, think we'd got rid of them, and then like we'd be out in the car and then I'd jump and be like, oh my god, there's another freaking ant. And literally
have you like left anything, like anything sweet, like a wrapper or anything in the car?
They just find a new home and then go and tell their mates, and then they all move in. It was rank. Well, on that lovely note of our flying ant incidents, we've had the weirdest podcast we've probably ever filmed.
Yeah, the weirdest one to date.
Yeah, this was chatting a lot of shit, which is basically what we're here to do. So I hope you guys do enjoy these. We post them every single week on each of our channels. So next week's episode will be on Georgia's channel. If you want to go and follow her, she's this way, always point the wrong way.
Sunday at 7 o'clock.
Sunday at 7 o'clock. Always miss out that piece of information. I will leave our Instagrams on screen as well. Make sure you follow us on Instagram too. And that being said, we'll speak to you very soon. Bye guys.
Bye guys.